Okay, good morning. The Louisiana Committee on Parole is impaneled in Baton Rouge headquarters. On my left is Ms. Stapleton and Ms. Ledoux. Virtually, we have Mr. Prater. The time is 10:17, and we're handling business at Tangipahoa Parish Jail. Would the offender please state your name and your DOC number?
Willie Brumfield, 763-434.
Mr. Brumfield, before we start, I want to know, do you have a piece of paper in your possession that shows your signature?
Oh, ma'am.
Okay, now do you see it on screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the answers to that questionnaire indicate that you are not eligible for appointed counsel. Did you pay an attorney?
Oh, no, ma'am.
I'm going to read some charges of violation, and I need you to enter a plea of guilty, not guilty, or guilty with a statement. I have that you have violated condition number 4, in that the Kentwood Police Department responded to a call on 4/20/2024 for an altercation with you and Ms. Venable, and then they responded to another disturbance May 10th of the same year. An arrest was made on May 11th, and you were charged with domestic abuse battery. It is noted that on 12/2, the charges were dismissed due to lack of victim cooperation. How do you plead about that?
Not guilty.
Right. And violation of condition number 10 in your arrears of $1,136 on your supervision fees and $65 in processing fees.
I have made payments. I don't know why it don't shows that, but I knew I was kind of behind, but I have made payments, ma'am.
Okay, so guilty with the statement. Okay, Mr. Brumfield, Ms. Stapleton is going to ask you some questions, and if you'll go ahead and answer her questions.
Okay, Mr. Brumfield, I'm aware that the victim, Ms. Venable, did recant and everything, but this is officer testimony on 4/20/24 that he was dispatched for the domestic violence call and was advised by the family that there was a family get together and that everybody was drinking and that Brumfield was intoxicated. So you're not supposed to be doing that right there. That's the number 4. She further advised that her and Brumfield had words and that you became irate and hit her. The officer, Robinson, testified that Venable had marks on the face conducive to battery having occurred. Venable did advise Robinson that she had started to defend herself, but Brumfield grabbed her by the hair and dragged her down 5 or 6 steps. Robertson, the officer, advised that he observed abrasions on the victim's back and bruises on the victim's right side and bruises on both arms. You had left the scene when he got there. That's why they had to put out a warrant for your arrest. Venable advised Robertson, the officer, that she wanted to press charges on Brumfield and that she was scared for her life. So that's what was said to the officer, and that's what brings us to number 4. And that's my main concern.
Oh, well, ma'am, that's not true. The Venable, I mean, when we had the revocation here, Miss Venable came here and told officers that none of that happened. Then none of that happened. Me and Miss Venable have 4 babies together. A newborn that I missed my baby being birthed. That's not true. I never put my hands on her. I was protecting her she was hitting me. I was getting loose. She was the aggressor. I never put my hands on her.
Were
Never.
you intoxicated, or were you at a party where everybody was intoxicated and you were intoxicated also?
I wasn't intoxicated, ma'am.
Well, the officer testimony of
Yep.
what the officer saw says differently. So I'm ready to pass it over to someone else.
Mr. Prater?
Were there two incidents?
Yeah, them two different times.
Okay, I don't have any questions.
Mr. Brumfield, you understand that when we have evidence by the police report of what happened, then regardless of someone recanting, there was something that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that we didn't get into it, but it wasn't the whole police report thing was like totally made up. It wasn't that serious. It didn't escalate like that. I didn't put my hands on her like that. I didn't.
You were drinking?
I wasn't drinking, man. I wasn't there 5 minutes.
Well, I believe the panel is prepared to vote. Ms. Stapleton?
I vote today to revoke number 4, based on number 4, that you were charged with domestic abuse battery, and there was another disturbance later, and the intoxication that was all witnessed, the statement of the victim to the officer.
Mr. Prater?
So I vote to revoke violation of 4 and 10.
Okay, Mr. Brumfield, bad choices. My vote is also to revoke. Your parole has been revoked, and the time is now 10:24, and that concludes our business there at Tangipahoa. Thank you.